Welcome to Adu Globe. Discover new ideas, learn exciting things, and be amazed every day. Hey adventurers! Globe, today we're exploring 10 of the strangest places on Earth. Some of these spots are real wonders, and some, well, only seasoned travelers might recognize. Astonished face, can you guess which ones actually exist and which ones are too wild to be true? Watch closely, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Which place amazed you the most? Which one do you think might be just a legend? Only those who've truly explored the world might know. Let the adventure begin. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to stare straight into the Earth's fiery heart? Welcome to Turkmenistan's door to hell, a place so strange, it almost feels like another planet. Back in 1971, scientists were drilling for natural gas when the ground suddenly collapsed. Gas started leaking everywhere. What would you do if the Earth itself started breathing fire beneath your feet? The answer was shocking. They set it on fire, and it's been burning non-stop for over 50 years. At night, this massive crater lights up like the gates of hell itself. Bright reds, oranges, and golden flames shoot into the sky, casting eerie shadows. The pit is about 230 feet wide and 230 feet deep. Imagine a soccer field, but fiery and alive. Can you picture standing at the edge, feeling the heat, hearing the roar, and knowing that this fire could outlast your lifetime? It's terrifying, but also unbelievably mesmerizing. Here's something crazy. No one really knows how long it will keep burning. Some scientists say it could last decades more. Some say it's a glimpse into Earth's raw, untamed power, a reminder that our planet isn't just soil and rocks. It's alive, unpredictable, and full of secrets. People who visit often describe a mix of fear and awe. Their hearts race. Their eyes can't look away. They leave changed. And the strangest part, you can feel the fire's energy in your bones, like nature itself is trying to tell you a story. A story about danger, beauty, and the incredible surprises waiting for those brave enough to explore. So, would you dare to visit the door to hell? Or would you just watch from afar, imagining the flames licking the night sky? Have you ever seen a lake that feels like it belongs on another planet? Welcome to Lake Natron in Tanzania, one of the strangest and most fascinating lakes on Earth. At first glance, it seems calm and shallow, but this is a deadly yet mesmerizing place. The water is extremely alkaline, with a pH so high it can burn the skin of animals. Imagine walking near a lake that could harm you just by touching its water. Doesn't that make you curious and a little scared? Here's something truly shocking. Animals that die in Lake Natron sometimes become perfectly preserved statues, almost as if frozen in time. Birds, bats, even small animals can look like they are turned into stone, nature's eerie masterpiece. Isn't it amazing and strange at the same time? And yet, despite these dangerous waters, the lake is home to hundreds of thousands of flamingos. Every year, these bright pink birds flock here to nest. How do they survive in water that is toxic to most creatures? Their bodies have adapted perfectly to the extreme conditions, a true wonder of nature. The lake itself is otherworldly. Its red and orange waters shimmer under the sun, reflecting mineral-rich crusts that form intricate patterns along the shore. The surrounding cliffs glow gold and pink at sunrise and sunset. Can you imagine standing here, feeling like you're on another planet? Every sight is breathtaking, every moment mysterious. Now, let me ask you, if you could visit this alien-like lake, would you dare to go close to its edge, or watch it safely from afar? Lake Natron is not just a lake, it's a living paradox, where beauty and danger, life and death exist side by side. Every splash, every shimmering reflection, and every flamingo in flight tells a story of survival, resilience, and the extremes of our planet. Nature can be both deadly and mesmerizing, and Lake Natron is the perfect example. What would you do if you could see this surreal wonder with your own eyes? Have you ever imagined standing on a place that feels like it belongs to another world? Welcome to Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, the largest salt flat on Earth. Stretching over 10,000 square kilometers, this endless white desert can transform into a giant mirror during the rainy season, reflecting the sky so perfectly that it feels like you are walking in the clouds. Can you picture yourself stepping here, where the ground disappears beneath your feet? The effect is so surreal that photographers travel from all over the world to capture the mind-bending reflections. It's nature's own optical illusion. But Salar de Uyuni is not just about beauty. Hidden beneath its sparkling white surface lies one of the largest lithium reserves on the planet, a key mineral powering our phones, laptops, and electric cars. Isn't it wild to think that this magical, dreamlike landscape is also helping fuel our modern lives? The salt flats also hold fossils of ancient prehistoric creatures, telling stories of Earth's history long before humans existed. How incredible is it that you are standing on a place shaped by time, nature, and cosmic forces all at once? Walking across the flats is an adventure in itself. The blinding white salt stretches endlessly, interrupted only by volcanic islands like Nkawasi, covered in giant cacti that seem to grow straight out of the clouds. The sunsets here are cinematic masterpieces, the sky painted with hues of orange, pink, and purple, mirrored perfectly on the salt. Can you imagine taking a photo that looks like it's straight out of a fantasy movie? Every angle seems impossible, every step feels like exploring an alien world. Here's a question for you. Would you dare to wander barefoot under the blazing sun, where the heat and light are almost otherworldly? Or would you explore from a safe distance, marveling at the endless reflections? Salar de Uyuni challenges your sense of reality, perspective, and imagination. Nature here doesn't just create landscapes, it crafts experiences that shock, amaze, and inspire. Every shimmering surface, every cactus silhouette, every mirrored sunset tells a story of a planet that still holds unimaginable wonders. So, what would you do if you could stand in the middle of this infinite mirror, feeling like the Earth itself has disappeared beneath your feet? Would you feel small, awed, or completely mesmerized? Salar de Uyuni proves that our world is full of strange, stunning, and unforgettable places, each one pushing the limits of what we think is possible. Have you ever imagined a hidden world beneath a bustling city? Welcome to the catacombs of Paris, where the remains of nearly 6 million people are carefully arranged in a vast underground labyrinth. Built in the 18th century to solve the city's overflowing cemeteries, these tunnels now hold centuries of history. And here's a thought. The passages are so extensive that you could get completely lost if you ventured too far. Would you dare to walk through a place so deep and silent, surrounded by the echoes of the past? But the catacombs aren't just eerie, they're also a remarkable lesson in history and art. Did you know that the bones are arranged in intricate patterns, turning skulls and femurs into a kind of haunting artistry? It's a chilling yet fascinating reminder of how humans confront mortality. As you wander the cold, damp tunnels, you might spot structures dating back to the 18th century, still remarkably preserved. Here's a question. Would you feel connected to the people buried here centuries ago, or would you simply stand in awe of their stories? Even more fascinating, explorers occasionally discover hidden chambers and underground streams inside the catacombs, some of which remain a mystery to this day. Every twist and turn challenges your attention, and every wall tells the story of Paris's history in a way you cannot see above ground. This underground city reminds us that some of the world's most incredible places are hidden beneath the surface, terrifying, fascinating, and steeped in history. If you ever visit Paris, will you stick to the sunlit streets, or will you dare to explore the shadows where centuries of stories lie waiting to be discovered? Have you ever heard of a forest that feels truly magical? Welcome to Brockwood Forest, a mysterious woodland famous for its dense trees, misty pathways, and extraordinary natural landscapes. Walking here, every step feels like stepping into an ancient story. Would you dare to lose yourself in such a quiet, secluded forest? Brockwood Forest is not just known for its beauty, it's also home to rare species of plants and animals that are found nowhere else in the world. Fascinatingly, some trees here have stood for centuries, their branches stretching toward the sky like ancient guardians. Have you ever imagined a tree telling you stories of the past? The forest's foggy mornings and sunlight filtering through the leaves create a cinematic experience that can turn any video into a dreamlike scene. Even more astonishing, hidden ancient ruins lie scattered throughout Brockwood Forest, showing that people lived here centuries ago. Every path, shadow, and sound guides you toward a new mystery. Ask yourself, will you just admire the forest's beauty, or will you try to uncover the stories hidden here for centuries? Brockwood Forest reminds us that some of the world's most captivating places are both mysterious and awe-inspiring, revealing secrets of history and nature at every turn. Have you ever seen a waterfall, underwater? Welcome to the incredible underwater waterfall, located off the coast of Mauritius. At first glance, it looks like the ocean floor suddenly drops into a deep abyss. But here's the mind-bending fact. It's actually an optical illusion, created by sand and silt sliding down the continental shelf. Amazing, right? Would you have guessed that a waterfall could exist under the ocean? The illusion is not just fascinating, it's a lesson in how nature plays tricks on our eyes. Divers and aerial photographers are amazed by the sight of turbulent sand flows creating the waterfall effect, giving the impression of a deep underwater plunge. Can you imagine standing above the water, looking down, and seeing what seems like a river falling into darkness? Nature has its own magic, often hiding in plain sight. Even more interesting, currents around this area are strong, but they shape the sand in a way that keeps the illusion alive year after year. Did you know that this natural spectacle has inspired countless scientists and photographers to study it for its unique geological properties? Every wave and every shift in sand changes the scene slightly, making it a dynamic and mesmerizing natural wonder. So ask yourself, would you dive in to explore the secrets below, or just admire the illusion from above? This underwater waterfall reminds us that the world is full of surprises, where nature's creativity can confuse, amaze, and inspire us all at the same time. If you love hidden wonders, would you put this spot on your bucket list? Have you ever dreamed of walking on clouds? That's exactly what Pamukkale, the cotton castle, in Turkey, feels like. Imagine terraces of sparkling white mineral pools cascading down a mountainside, glistening under the sun. Can you picture dipping your feet into warm, turquoise pools in the middle of a sunny day? Sounds magical, right? Here's an interesting fact. These terraces are made of travertine, a type of limestone deposited by hot spring water over thousands of years. That means every pool you see is millions of years in the making. Isn't it incredible how nature can create something so delicate yet so vast? But Pamukkale isn't just about natural beauty, it's also historical treasure. Right above the terraces lies ancient Hierapolis, a Roman spa city with ruins of theaters, temples, and baths. Did you know that people have been visiting these thermal waters for healing and relaxation for centuries? Imagine the same people who once walked these steps soaking in the same pools you can enjoy today. Have you ever wondered why the water is so warm? The hot springs flow from deep underground, bringing minerals that are believed to help with skin and muscle health. Doesn't that make you want to jump in immediately? Every terrace, every pool, and every step tells a story of nature, of history, and of human fascination. So what would you choose? Just admire this dreamlike wonder from afar, or step in and feel its magic yourself? Pamukkale is not just a place. It's an experience that combines beauty, history, and nature's incredible artistry. It's one of the world's most mesmerizing spots, and once you see it, it will stay in your heart forever. Have you ever seen a mountain that looks like it came straight out of a science fiction movie? That's Mount Roraima, a tabletop mountain in South America, sitting at the border of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. Can you imagine a flat summit so high that clouds often surround it, making it look like an island floating in the sky? Wouldn't it be thrilling to stand on top and feel like you're on another planet? Here's an interesting fact. Mount Roraima inspired Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's novel, The Lost World, where dinosaurs and strange creatures supposedly existed. And the mountain isn't just a storybook wonder, it's over 2 billion years old, formed from ancient sandstone, making it one of the oldest geological formations on Earth. Doesn't it amaze you that nature can create something so unique and timeless? The summit is home to rare and unique plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth. Can you imagine walking through misty landscapes, discovering plants that look alien and tiny pools that hide delicate lifeforms? Every step here feels like a journey into a hidden world untouched by humans. Mount Roraima's sheer cliffs drop thousands of feet on all sides, creating dramatic waterfalls during the rainy season. Have you ever wondered how such water flows from a flat-top mountain into the jungles below? And here's another fascinating fact. The indigenous Pemon people believe the mountain is sacred, a home of spirits. So every rock, every crevice has a story, a legend, and a mystery waiting to be explored. So, would you just gaze at its majestic cliffs from afar, or take the challenging trek to its summit and experience the magic firsthand? Mount Roraima is not just a mountain, it's a natural cathedral, a breathtaking fusion of history, science, and imagination, calling adventurers to explore, dream, and marvel at Earth's wonders. Have you ever seen a waterfall that looks like it's flowing with red water? Welcome to Blood Falls, one of the most mysterious and striking natural wonders on Earth. Imagine standing near the edge, watching deep crimson water rush down jagged rocks, while the surrounding forest seems eerily quiet. Doesn't it make you wonder, why is the water red? Is it natural, or something supernatural? Here's an interesting fact. The red color of Blood Falls is caused by iron oxide and mineral-rich rocks in the riverbed. Over time, these minerals mix with the water, creating a blood-like hue. Isn't it fascinating that Earth can create such a dramatic and unusual spectacle purely through geology? Blood Falls is also a hidden sanctuary for wildlife. Strange and rare plants grow along the cliffs, and tiny amphibians thrive in the red-tinted pools. Can you imagine discovering a species that exists nowhere else, in a place that feels almost otherworldly? Locals have legends about spirits and ancient rituals connected to the falls, saying the water carries mystical energy. Would you dare to touch the crimson waters, or simply admire the spectacle from a safe distance? Every drop seems to hold a secret, every rock tells a story, and every roar of the waterfall pulls you deeper into its mystery. So, will you just take a photo and leave, or explore the slippery cliffs and hidden caves that surround Blood Falls? This isn't just a waterfall. It's a dramatic masterpiece of nature, a place where science, legend, and adventure collide, and where every visitor feels the thrill of witnessing something truly extraordinary. Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the surface of the ocean? Welcome to the Great Blue Hole, one of the most mysterious and jaw-dropping natural wonders on Earth. Located off the coast of Belize, this giant underwater sinkhole is over 300 meters across and 125 meters deep. Can you imagine diving into that darkness? Scientists believe it was formed during the last ice age, and inside, it holds stalactites, stalagmites, and marine life that feels almost prehistoric. But here's a question for you. Would you dare to explore it? Some divers describe it as both beautiful and eerie, like entering another world. Did you know that it's home to hammerhead sharks, giant groupers, and even rare coral formations? And here's a crazy fact. The Great Blue Hole was made famous by Jacques Cousteau, who declared it one of the top diving spots in the world. Imagine floating on the calm sea, looking down into that perfect blue circle. How deep does your curiosity take you? Would you jump in if you had the chance? The eerie silence underwater, the haunting blue gradient, and the unknown creatures waiting below make it a mix of beauty and danger that few have ever experienced firsthand. So next time you see pictures of this mesmerizing sinkhole, ask yourself, is this real, or does it feel too surreal to exist? And here's a challenge. If you could dive safely, what would you hope to see first? The sharks, the caves, or the ancient formations? Only those brave enough to dive into its depths can truly answer. The Great Blue Hole reminds us that our planet still has mysteries waiting to be explored, and every corner of Earth has a story that's stranger and more beautiful than fiction.